This year's Melbourne Festival is the 26th since we began in 1986. It's an annual festival of national and international arts and culture. I always prefer not to prescriptively theme a festival beforehand. The danger in that is you get artists creating work to fit the theme rather than the work that's coming directly from their heart. But what does frequently happen as the festival program is shaking down, some themes and threads kind of naturally emerge. And that's what happened this year. A lot of the work that was being made here in Australia and around the world was work which had a political accent to it, very much around protest and revolution, and also just people coming together, assembling together to achieve change for the good. Just a couple of the productions that reflect this theme are one of our major dance works, which is Political Mother, the Hofesh Schechter Company. And this work really looks at dictatorships from the 30s right through to the 21st century, essentially from Nazism through to the military dictatorships of South America in the 70s, right up to dictatorships in the Arab region today. It does that though with the most fantastic driving choreographic language and a brilliant soundtrack. In fact, the set includes a lineup of electric guitarists, a lineup of drummers, as well as the dancers and a singer, preacher, dictator in the center. Possibly my favorite dance production I've seen anywhere in the world in the past 5 or 6 years. We have several programs of talks. One talk will be with Emmanuel Jal, the hip-hop rap superstar. He's going to talk about his life as a Sudanese child soldier. Another one of our talks is the Arab Spring, looking at the pro-democracy movement that we've all witnessed over the past 6 to 12 months. And another one is Not Sorry Enough, which looks at reconciliation with Indigenous Australia in a post-apology Australia. I've been fortunate to present several festivals, and this is unquestionably the most culturally diverse, and that's simply because the work that was coming into my orbit frequently was from non-Western countries or non-English speaking countries. So we have work this year from Indonesia. We have a contemporary dance production called We Came From the East. We have a major production from China called Rhinoceros in Love, which is the first time a contemporary Chinese drama has ever toured outside mainland China. We also have from India 2 productions. We have the wonderful Manganiyar Seduction that has 36 Rajasthani musicians on stage playing up a storm. It kind of blows you back in your seat. We have an Indian-British production really looking at the migration of peoples and food culture from India right across the Middle East to Britain, and that's called Journeys of Love and More Love. We have rap singers at the Forum from Iraq and also from Syria. So really it is an amazingly diverse program. We have a big theatre program this year. Hedda Gabler from what I think is one of the 3 greatest theatre houses of Europe, the Schaubühne of Berlin. Seeing that character of Hedda in a 21st century milieu, in a sexually liberated society, and what that says about the character, says completely new things about the character, is just extraordinary. So in that sense, we're taking a very new and contemporary look at a classic character.
Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit, that from her working, all the visage wan, tears in his eyes?
Likewise with playing the Dane, where a number of actors are rehearsing for the role of Hamlet, and through their interpretations of Hamlet and as the production unfolds, we actually see Hamlet in a brand new light as well, which is a big call because there have been perhaps, thousands, tens of thousands of Hamlets done all over the world since Shakespeare's time, and to actually have a production which does tell us something completely new and original about the character is incredibly rare. One of my favourite things to do in a festival context is public art presentations. They're free to the public. Everyone in a city can enjoy them. And this year we have the extraordinary Angels and Demons sculptures from the Russian art collective AES&F. AES&F have been the toast of the Venice Biennale for the past 6 years. And they've created these extraordinary sculptures. We have 7 of them, and they're between 5 and 7 meters in height. They're kind of post-apocalyptic creatures that have morphed from little cherubic babies into angels and demons with bat wings and reptilian tails. And there'll be these kind of sentinels for the duration of the festival, telling all of Melbourne, your festival is up and running, come and enjoy. We decided to use the outside of Hamer Hall as a canvas. We're going to have a wonderful visual art installation which will be animated. It's called Cacophony, the Art of Conflict. We're going to have a sound and light extravaganza, and this will happen every night of the festival from dusk until late into the night. Everyone can come and enjoy it. The finale concert is titled Notes from the Hard Road and Beyond, and it's really drawing an arc chronologically from the civil rights movement in the 60s in America right through to contemporary indigenous protest music. So even though the title is anchored in politics and protest, it's actually going to be an incredibly uplifting and moving evening, because finally all of the works we're focusing on are those works really which have redemption and celebration of life in them. I'm encouraging anyone in Melbourne or anywhere in Australia to get out of the house, get out of the office, get out into the streets and enjoy great art and culture.